today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway, taken about 7 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. Harris now to return. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Well, CD, this is the 5th time in the last 2 seasons we'll get the chance to see 2 of the league's most bitter rivals face off. And this time, it's with additional playoff stakes and a very public trash talk. That's a thing of the past. It appears as if these 2 teams right now, they're solely focused on surviving and advancing.
Well, it certainly seems that way on the surface, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe below the surface, away from us, these guys aren't exchanging some smack talk privately. You know, they can call each other on the phone. They can text each other. They can do all of those things. So I think the war of words has turned into a Cold War, and not everyone is aware of what the players may be saying to each other privately. But that doesn't matter. What matters today is that these 2 teams are going to get together, and one of them will head home for the next 9 months with a bad taste in their mouth because they were knocked out of the playoffs by a team they can't stand.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to Smith-Schuster, this time complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter. And he's got a first down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down behind the
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Ravens nothing.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanking the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. 1st and 10. CD, you think back to the previous meetings between these two clubs. This offense has had success moving the ball down the field and putting points on the board against his defense. How do you think that they keep that up here in this playoff matchup?
Well, I think if they've watched the film and self-scouted, they not have a firm grasp of what they've done well so far, and now they've got to find out what the next things are, the added wrinkles they can put in, because they've got weapons that can be explosive against any defense, and they need to get the ball to those guys. But they also understand this is going to be a big-time defense they're going up against, and they're going to need their best effort otherwise.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Boswell for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Fitzpatrick on the cover.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A very solid gain of 27.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Alex Highsmith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And long.
AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles Darford. Willie Snead all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 38 yards, and the Ravens get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're hitting Juju on the slant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal from the 6 this time. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Shea on the return. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and they certainly apply.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. Defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this? The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. CD, we've talked a lot about this defense, and certainly a lot of things, a lot of questions surrounding their unquestioned leader on this side of the ball. If this happens to be a big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. He's got it, and the lead stretches to 35-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Well, let's check on the call.
Offense.
I don't know what the heck. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson from the shotgun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up 2nd down. AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Able to pout. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. Oh, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
They'll look to run with Connor, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point now by Boswell. Grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Jackson now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Jackson's pass.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Connor, the ball
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Connor. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens 38. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Connor. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Connor. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brought down at the 20.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Brought down behind the
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Okay, on the return, the Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 24.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
55, Hey, watch the slant.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
2 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 52 yards. And the Ravens, they claw one back.
Justin Tucker.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Justin Tucker.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10 at their own.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
Part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
First down.
They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, at this point, I think it's safe to say that they have their rivals' number.
Yeah, if that wasn't clear based on how the last 4 regular season meetings have gone, now with a playoff win today, we have conclusive proof of that, don't we? What I'm curious about is what this defense will look like next year. Could they end up losing one of their best defensive players in the league to free agency? That's a question for management. The team hopes he'll be around.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.